If you're interested in the world of bookstores and bookshops, this might be the book for you. Hello and welcome back to Bookish, and welcome to another video in the series of videos I'm doing in which I am reviewing books that were nominated for the Polari First Book Prize. You may know there was some controversy involving the Polari Prize this year. I'll leave some details in the show description down below. But the end result is that the Polari organization decided not to give a prize in either of the two categories. They give prizes, and one of those is first book. So the first book prize is open to any first book by authors who are members of the LGBTQ plus community. And I thought it was a shame that those authors whose first books had come out, had received this recognition, were not going to continue to get the attention that they might get. So I thought I would do, at least a little bit and review their books here. So the book I'm reviewing today is A Bookshop of One's Own by Cholmeley. And this is the story of Silver Moon Books, which existed on the Charing Cross Road in London from the mid-80s right around to the year 2000, 2001, I believe. And it was opened to be a feminist bookshop by two women who were in a relationship with one another and who wanted to open this bookshop. And the book really goes into a lot of detail about how they financed the bookshop, about how they organized things, how they ran it, the problems they ran into, the successes they had, the support they had from various groups of people, and then the way in which they were really proud of what they thought of the book as being a safe place for lesbians, a place for women to gather and read books that were written only by women or about women's subjects, and that they turned this bookstore, what they hoped was to turn the bookstore into kind of like I said, a safe space for women and for lesbians and other women, and that they felt like they kind of succeeded in doing that. And I had not heard of the Silver Moon Bookstore in in my life period. I believe it was in London in 2001, but no idea about it, about the bookstore, whether or not it was even still open. But the book is really kind of provides fascinating, if at some points I think slightly tedious details about all the things that went into running the store. The book is at its best when the author is talking about the purpose of the bookstore, when the author is talking about the people who worked in the bookstore, when the author is talking about the authors who came to visit the bookstore, when the author is talking about the problems presented by the rise of online book selling, particularly with Amazon and others, and changes in the way in which booksellers sold their book, and why that kind of doomed the Silver Moon bookstore. That's when the author's at her best. As I've been doing in all these videos, I just kind of wanted to read the notes I wrote as I was reading the book. But to be honest with you, this book is pretty straightforward. So I don't have a lot of notes, but here we go. So Bookshop of One's Own, a memoir by Cholmeley that tells the story of Silver Moon, a women's bookshop on Charing Cross Road. The writing is charming and witty, making the book an enjoyable read, though this is tested by the occasional dullness of the process of getting grants and loans to open the shop and the tedium of work involved. It's sometimes slow going, and that's true. I mentioned that before. Cholmeley is honest about her mistakes and flaws and how they affect the people who worked with her to open the store. Also, she's very honest about her mistakes and flaws as a manager, her mistakes and flaws as a partner, to her partner in opening up the bookstore, her temper, her kind of oftentimes narrow focus on just having the store make money, and that her belief was that to be what they wanted it to be, it had to be economically viable, which is true, and probably explains why the bookstore was open as long as it was. But it is oftentimes an engaging story of this bookshop and the people who ran it and of the purpose they had. And I think, it's a good read. If you're interested in that subject, I think this is a really good book to go to. Anyway, there you go. There is my review of Bookshop of One's Own by Cholmeley. Look forward to your comments in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.